Good night, buddy. Yo! What it do? What it do? What it do? This is episode number 10. Episode number 10, WSME Enlightenment Radio, the Hustle Within podcast. Man, I got my guys with me, King Los, K Mills, but we got a special guest tonight. We just finished up the 50th episode of the AC Brown Show, which comes on at 7 p.m. on SM Enlightenment Radio. I'm the co-host on that also. So I'm going to bring in my main man, AC Brown. Hey, let's bring in AC Brown, man. We're going to talk a little bit.
What it do?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on, man? I'm on the mission. What's up? We've been shouting you out every week, man.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all.
I need that pyramid.
Hey, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming to you. It's a one and only. It's coming. I'm going to take care of you.
All right.
We got AC Brown in the building. AC Brown, man, tell them about that 50th episode we just had, man. We just had a great show.
Hey, man. Hey, first I want to thank God for keeping me protected in 2020 from the COVID-19 that's allowed me to be able to come on 50 straight weeks.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and that's 50. To put that in perspective, that's no break. That's 5-0. And I just want to thank God for that. And I definitely want to give you and Doc P a shout out and a big thanks for being on the show with me. That's really made this show be a success. So I really want to thank you guys for pushing the egos to a side and sharing this platform with me, because it's really allowed us to be able to put in these 50 shows with basically and really no stress whatsoever. So thank you guys much for that.
So, AC, you're going to hang out with us a little bit. You're going to hang out. We're going to do the top 5. We about to jump into our top 5.
Yeah, I'm hanging.
Yes, sir. So tonight, the top 5, man, we got a special night tonight. We got the top 5 biggest selling hip-hop artists of all time by America standards. America standards, not worldwide. America standards. So who do y'all think? I'm going to go around the room. Now, we got a special guest. We got to be on our best behavior. The man, the model, the mission. I'm gonna let you go first. AC Brown, who you think is the top in the number 1 in the top 5 hip hop artists, top selling hip hop artists?
Top selling hip hop artists. I'm gonna say right now, Jay-Z.
Okay, yeah, that's good one. That's close. You're very close. All right, King Los, who you got?
I'm gonna say Eminem.
Oh my God, this man on what he got my notes. I'm looking for my notes. I can't find my notes. This man got me. All right, now K Mills, who you got?
Is it dead or alive?
No. Okay, let me go back. The artists have to be living. And
Drake.
Drake. Okay, that's a good one. He's close. Now I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna start from number 5 up to number 1. Number 5, Kanye West. Number 5 is Kanye West. 132 million. 132 million world. I mean, US wide. Number 4, Nelly. Y'all know Country Grammar.
Nelly?
I would have missed that one. I would have missed that one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know he rap no more.
Yes, sir. Hey, he sold a lot of records before he started rapping.
That's true.
So a lot of records. Then number 3 is Drake. The new man on the block, Drake. Drake sold 150 million.
That's Degrassi right there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, now we're going to what AC said. Jay-Z, 125 million. Number 2.
Dang, so who number 1?
Hey, number one. Now we talking about albums. See, let me go back to the Drake because y'all might look at the numbers and say, okay, well, Kanye and Drake numbers are bigger than Jay-Z's, but they counted singles. We talk about albums. We're not just talking about the singles. So that's why Jay-Z is number 2.
Yeah, the album.
Album sales. Because you got to remember, Drake do a lot of singles. Kanye West did a lot of singles and albums at the same time. And you can't count the double albums that they work together. That's why Jay-Z is number 2. Now, number one is your boy, Mr. Shady himself.
Oh yeah, I should have known. I should have known he was gonna be number one.
On top, you know Eminem, 220 million.
Oof, boy.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Never played one of his songs in my car.
That's the money man. What the money man at? That's the money man. I'm not the money man anymore. That's the money man.
Yeah,
he qualified.
Me and Blowfish not the money man anymore. That's the money man.
I need that cash out right now. You ain't getting out of this.
Yes, sir. Let me reach out to Blowfish real quick. Eminem, Blowfish, the money man. So what y'all think about the top 5?
Yeah, that's legit.
What you think? K Mills, which one? What do y'all think?
Yeah, that's legit, man. I just was trying to figure out who was number one, but I knew Drake and Jay-Z and Kanye West. Cause we Googled that. We were just arguing about it not too long ago. So I just didn't know who number one was.
Yeah, so you really can't go into Tupac, Biggie.
That's why I said dead or alive. That's why I said that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you look at worldwide sales, and you got to go into you got to hit Tupac, Biggie. But right now we're just looking at the artists that's still living. They have to still be living, and also they have to have. They have to look at it from the album standpoint now, but it's all based around United States sales, not worldwide. You look at worldwide, you have Tupac number one, probably up there with him and Eminem, probably number one, number two. And that, I know that's King Los. I know that's King Los artist right there, Tupac. So what you got to say about the top 5?
Not just King Los now. You know I'm Tupac too.
Oh yeah. King Los now.
They don't leave him out.
Don't leave me out now.
King Los used to play Tupac from sun up, sun down. I know that for sure.
Hey, he was Tupac when I first met him.
Yeah, he was Tupac. He was Tupac when you first met him.
Now I'm a combo. Now I'm a combo of Doc P and AC Brown. You feel me?
That's a good mix. That's a good mix.
Hey, the money man.
Hey,
AC Brown, the 2 money men. Yes, sir. The bosses.
I'm still working.
They're CEOs, man. I'm just a worker. Them the CEOs.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. The 2 CEOs. What about you, AC? What you think about top 5?
No, I like it, man. There's nobody that I would look at and be like, how you get in there. So I mean, I listen to Eminem, I listen to Jay-Z, I listen to some Drake. I mean, I ain't like I can go down the list with Drake, but I like that list, man. It's a solid list.
It is.
Okay. And I know you like old school, little old school.
Yeah.
What you think about it with the Tupac, the Biggies? They not on the list. What you think about that?
I'm good with them. I'm a Tupac fan. I'm a Biggie fan, and it hurt me when what happened with them because they were actually pioneers. Also, Tupac was more of a pioneer because he had been around, but Biggie was getting ready to be that figure also. And
I'm a Nas fan, so Nas is in the top 20, but not the top 5 or top 10. But he's in the top 20 because Nas was more street. Nas wasn't really trying to sell records when he was coming out. He was just trying to, go out here and do what he had to do to survive.
You trying to eat.
He was trying to eat, So he wasn't expecting to go out to one album. Same thing with Biggie. They both was like, yo, we just do one album just to eat, feed our family. We good. So, yeah, for a career, I'm with it. The top 5, man, and AC. So what you got coming up, man? I know you have to go. You're a busy man. It's a Sunday evening. I know you got a lot going on. So what you got coming up?
Hey, I got in 2021.
Yes, sir.
I'm in a couple of magazines where I've gotten articles written. I got features coming out. So I'm looking forward to the public seeing those. I'm still auditioning. I actually had an audition last week for a commercial. So I'm waiting to hear back on that. And it's a lot of things I got that I'm looking forward to doing in 2021. My nonprofit foundation, once this COVID thing clears out, there's some things I want to do with it. There's a fundraiser I want to do involving kids. So I'm looking forward to 2021 coming around, and so I can get out there and really show people what the AC Brown Company is all about and the things that we have to offer the community. So that's some stuff I got coming up. So everybody stay tuned in and make sure you listen to the show because I got some more interesting topics for sure that are coming. So
and moving to the
make sure you
second
tune in.
phase of the AC Brown Show, man. It was a pleasure having you come on for a minute to talk about what's coming up on the AC Brown Show and the AC Brown brand. And don't forget to get the AC Brown collection. Man, the AC Brown collection. K Mills got the AC Brown collection on. AC Brown got the AC Brown collection on. I got the AC Brown collections all over the place. So, and King Los got his on the way. Man, make sure you lock in and get the AC Brown collection. But man, it was a pleasure having you on The Hustle Within, and you have a good night.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you,
guys later on. Pleasure to meet you.
All right, Ace.
Yes,
all
sir.
Be safe, brother.
All right.
Brown, man. We just had Ace Brown. Just had
Big
Ace
shout
Brown.
out.
So, hey, with that said, we got to go into the second segment, guys. We got a second segment to go into, and this is a good one. This is big in the community right now. It's just, I mean, it's going on during COVID, man. We have to talk about prison reform. And King Los, I'm gonna let you jump right into it. I know you got a take on it, and I want you to, just hear some of your feedback on it. Prison reform.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably well overdue. I think that's the obvious. But I'll tell you this, prison is a business, right? And you kind of got to think of it that way. And when you got money involved, there's an incentive to lock people up, right? So they came out with state prisons and local prisons, and then
private prisons,
right? I mean, it's money behind it, right? The whole prison system, the justice system, lawyers, they really not going there to win. They going there to, get a bunch of, like public defenders. All they're trying to do is get a bunch of strikes under their belt.
Take the plea
so they can go and get it's like being a residency at a, graduating from, med school. You got to get a certain amount of hours, you got to get a certain amount of cases, and you get under your belt to go to the private sector, whether that's a prosecutor, just trying to prosecute, don't care what the evidence look like, if it's true or not. All they're trying to do is win. So they're building up their resume. So I think it's well overdue. But that doesn't mitigate the fact that if you're committing crimes, you gotta pay the penalty. You gotta do the time, right?
You gotta do the time.
Now, what that time is, that's debatable. What's reasonable, right? And we gotta be fair, right? So when you start talking about,
if you give me 20 years, you got to give
John Smith in the suburbs that same 20 years, right?
Yep.
So you got to kind of look at it like that, and that's where that systematic racism comes in. So it's all one big screwed up pot of gumbo. Big shout out to
Kangaroo Court.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Court.
So it is what it is, but it's long overdue. I mean, we got some people that's out there, putting in enough work to say, hey, listen, prison reform. But there's also, they got to be, be conscious of victims, right? Kids, women, just don't say prison reform and let's not forget about the victims. And be aware of the victims in a lot of this. So if someone's a predator, sexual predator, we want to lock them up. We don't want to be like out there stomping for prison reform to let predators out of jail early, right?
Keep them in there.
I mean, there's that delicate balance where you got to have a real competent and educated conversation around it.
Right. So, some of the people that are fighting for prison reform right now, some celebrities are Kim Kardashian, Kim K,
belong in prison. Go ahead.
Meek Mills, Jay-Z, his Rock Nation Foundation, his Rock Nation company is fighting also, and like you said, King Los, we have to look at if you do the crime, you got to do the time, but you can't be sending. It's too much DNA. It's too much DNA evidence and stuff to go out here now to find a true criminal. Don't put me in jail because you're looking at my skin color and say, hey, you raped that lady down the road, or you killed that guy right down the road, and because I'm black, I think
you sold drugs.
Yeah, I fit the description. They take me
in. And this is what and I'll throw this in there, right? And let me know what y'all think, right? So if you are a prosecutor and you care nothing about, innocence, anything, you have this racial bias, whatever the case may be. I think prosecutors, a part of the prison reform laws, mandates, regulations, or whatever.
Yeah.
Prosecutors have to be held accountable, right? Mm-hmm. So if we find out after the fact that they lied, they manipulated the evidence, then they need to be held accountable, whether that's fined, disbarred, or in prison.
Yeah, go to prison.
That's what I'm saying.
They need to get the sentence that they was going to give that criminal. Quote unquote criminal.
Well,
that's why they call it kangaroo court.
It has to be something, right? I mean, because in the criminal justice system, when you're a prosecutor, the state, the federal government, whoever's prosecuting that case, they have to share evidence with the defense. If you hold back evidence, you should be prosecuted, right? You should be prosecuted yourself. So no one should be exempt, and that should be incorporated into the language of prison reform.
Right. Yeah, that's why they call it kangaroo court, though. The lawyer get you to take the plea, the judge get paid, the DA get paid, everybody get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
Same
court appointed lawyer, you can't even pay them off. You be like, I'll pay you off. They be like, nah, I'm good. I get paid anyway.
Right.
Yeah, when you take the plea.
Meek Mill, when he was on what? He was on probation. He was on probation for like 20 years.
They had him messed all up, man.
Yeah,
that man had about 30 years of probation.
Parole for like 20 years.
Man, ain't nobody gonna not violate that.
No, he was on probation for 20 years, man. Come on now.
You gonna violate.
He was a juvenile when he got caught with a gun.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna get this man? Like, there's no way you gonna avoid your whole adult life without doing something to violate it. Because he's in the music business. He's gonna be around people that have felonies. Yeah.
That's the thing. He really won't commit the crime. He was just around people.
Yeah, he's gonna be around with people with felonies.
Of course.
Some of his entourage have felonies. Some of the people he ain't with, that's his entourage. That's the people that protect him.
Mm-hmm.
They might have felonies. So that's the thing you got to look at, man. You can't put somebody on probation for 20 years and then expect these people to do right. Be upstanding citizens or whatever.
Listen, at the end of the day, I think there has to be accountability, self-accountability. You know what I mean? Like, my actions, if my actions produce a crime or, I'm hurting people in the process, listen, I can't think that I'm going to be like, okay, life is what it is, right? So it's two sides to the coin, right? And I'll never, ever be one-sided, whether it's law and order. You heard that?
Child support.
Law and order.
Right. Child support. Hey, watch out for that child support.
He don't know nothing about that doing. He don't know nothing about that doing.
You don't know nothing about that. Child support, stay away.
You can't win. You can't win, right?
We want a safer community. Yeah. And we also want fair trials, competent lawyers fighting on our behalf. And we want it to be even. We want it to be fair. So don't ever, I never play one side or the other. It's like, hey, listen, what is equitable? What is fair? And that's what's most important to me. But if you're out there doing crimes, you know what I mean? Stop, right? Don't hurt people. Don't be shooting up people, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't even about that life, And but at the end of the day, you want a fair trial. We all make mistakes.
And for $2 a day, we will represent you in court for $2 a day.
Oh yeah. So we have to basically look at it from the standpoint of what it really is. It's like they using people to get money. It's a money system. It's a money.
It's a money. Yeah, kangaroo court.
And with that being said, hey man, we got to go to the next segment. We moving along tonight, man. We had a great first segment, great second segment. Now we got to go to the K Mills.
That's right.
Sales segment, man. One of the most popular segments on the show. We're on our 10th episode. I know Ace was on his 50.
We got catch him. We 40 down.
We getting there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep sipping on my tea, my green tea, and I'm gonna pass it over to K Mills. I rapped a little bit. That was a little rap. I'll pass it over to K Mills to tell his story.
All right, well, this story here now is not this story is not my fault. What's gonna happen?
Uh-oh.
I'm an innocent bystander.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so check this out. We had these stripper chicks that I used to pick up on the weekends. They used to chill. We used to have parties and stuff. They used to chill with about 5 of them. But one day during the week, the one day during the week, we chilling at my house, and the stripper chick popped up during the week. So I'm like, yo, what y'all doing here? How y'all get here? They said they got dropped off, but they was lying. One of the dudes from my hood that was trying to holler at them that we wouldn't let come to my house picked them up and had them in his house. And his old lady popped up on them or whatever. So they seen the chicks. So they were beefing. They were already beefing. So the chicks walked from his house and came to my house. So we chilling. One of the stripper chicks, I was hollering at her or whatever. We went to this little abandoned trailer where a dude won the lottery, and he moved and left everything in the furniture, everything. It's just the lights went on. So we in there chilling. I'm doing the Donkey Kong or whatever. Y'all know the Donkey Kong. I'm in there doing that.
Playing that video game, Donkey Kong. Okay, I got it.
Hey, I hear a voice say, K Mills, move out the way. I'm like, huh? So I get up, I move out the way. I heard boop. I said, man, what is that? So, off the gate, I grabbed the sword. I said, hey, y'all better, what's going on in here?
Oh,
so
man.
old girl ran out. She ran out the trailer and ran back to my house. When I caught up to her, I'm like, yo, what is going on? So nobody don't know what's going on. All the stripper chicks there, my homeboys out there, everybody out there chilling. So 5 minutes later, we see a group of girls walking down the road. I'm like, yo, this don't look good. This the girls from the hood, and one of them girls probably could beat me. So they pulled up with pipes.
What's the name of Friday?
Oh my God! Hey, they pulled up with pipes and sticks. I'm like, yo, what? Oh my! So soon as they get in my yard, I'm like, oh, they actually come here, baby D. They actually coming over here. So they come in the yard. I'm chilling on the porch. So the little chick, that I be with or whatever, it's 5 chicks, but the chick I be with, she thinks she tough. I guess she was the main one running her mouth when they seen him. So she jumps down and like, what's up? That girl hit her with the pipe. Boop! I said, oh my God.
A pipe.
A pipe like with water run through.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I jump. So you already know me. I'm like, yo, these my people. They with me. I'm trying to protect them, but I ain't got nothing to do with this. So I jumped off the porch. I start trying to back up to get in my crib. But the chick, one of the little pretty chicks ran behind me. She had my back. So the chick ran up on her. She was finna hit her with a pipe. But I pulled on my shirt, showed her the sword. She backed off. But the other chicks, all you heard was boop, boop all night. They were chasing the chick all around the yard, boop, boop. So I kept backing up with my sword, showing the sword. I backed up all the way till I got to my door. Unlocked the door, open the door. I'm not trying to save nobody. Now I'm trying to get in the house for myself. I get in the house before I can close the door. All 5 of the girls rush in. Boom! My mom said, "Oh no, y'all got to get up out of here."
Oh my God!
Made them get out, but the chicks ran off because they heard my mom's voice. But yeah, I told them chicks, man, you can't come to my hood messing with other dudes and thinking it's all cool talking jumps. Yeah, them chicks got them.
Oh my God! I'm
probably gonna get unfriended by about 3 people, but it's all good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You will. Yeah, you definitely will.
Yeah.
Man,
hey,
King Los.
Them chicks was thick though. That was thick. The thick.
Yeah. I heard my name.
Man, hey, another epic story, man. Oh my God, your stories are getting more epic by the week. Every week. Man,
thanks to Doc. Hey, yeah, Doc made them. He killing them, man. He killing it back there.
Man, this man gonna end up. Hey, he gonna end up with his own show soon. You know that, right, King Los?
Oh yeah.
He gonna end up with hey, the ratings are going up like this.
Who me?
That Charlotte dude, the Charlotte guy. Yes, so, but hey, man, we gotta go take a break. We gotta take our break, and we gotta pay some bills. So let me give a shout out to our sponsors. We got the Forever Young brand.
Forever Young,
beauties and cosmetics. Make sure you go shop this Christmas, ladies. This Christmas, go get you something nice. We like to see y'all in something nice. So go
and
to
tight,
Forever Young,
nice and tight.
Beauties and Cosmetics. Now, also use the code Christmas to get 30% off. Use the code Christmas to get 30% off. And also Capton Venture Partners. And let me give you that website for Forever Young, www.foreveryoungbeauties cosmetics.com. And Capton Venture Partners, if you're trying to invest money, make sure you holler at me. Holler at Ant-Man, the money man. Holler at me. We're going to make some things happen.
Holler at
You
Mike.
are now tuned in to WSME Enlightenment Radio, the Hustle Within podcast. We'll be right back after these messages.
Yo,
We back.
yo,
WSME
what's up, Ralph?
Enlightenment Radio, television.
We back.
We back. WSME Enlightenment. SM Enlightenment Radio. You are now tuned into the Hustle Within. And we got K Mills, we got King Los, and I'm Ant-Man. Hey, we back. Hey guys, I got a question. We're going into the barbershop talk immediately. Good question. So we about to go into it. I got a question for y'all, man. Check this out. Have you ever been on a catfish date? I'm gonna start with TK Mills. I know your stories. Hey, you got good stories, so go ahead and tell me. Have you ever been on a catfish date?
I don't think I've ever been on a catfish date. Man.
Here we go.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I can. Yes, I have. Man, oh yeah, we was. Man, I'm gonna have to say where I was at though. I was in MG. This was in my younger days. You know, I like red bones. And my homeboys, they were like, "Yo, we got this girl for. We about to go meet these chicks or whatever." So we walk around the block or whatever. We get there, I see two fine red bones. But I said, "Ooh, my homeboys, they true to me."
True to me.
They're like, "No, them the girls we talking to."
Homeboys with it.
No, it won't you this time. This time.
But make sure now.
Yeah, so they like, nah, they for us. I said, okay, well, cool. It got to be somebody that look like them. Man, this chick come out, she big. Man, that chick like Biggie sister. I said, whoa.
Not Biggie.
I said, ain't no way. Man, bro, the chick was licking on my face, my forehead. I'm like, yo, I don't even like girls.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's my word on everything. I said, y'all don't even like girls, yo. I'm gone. That chick would not let me leave for nothing. But yeah, they got me. Yeah, that was my catfish. I don't think she's on my friend list though, but it is what it is.
It is, right? You might lose that friend. We're gonna go to King Los.
No, catfish. That's kind of extreme. But you know, that was K Mills. That was funny, man.
Hey, go ahead, King Los.
That actually happened.
Yeah, you know. Catfish.
Yeah, my homeboys were dirty, man. They still be talking about it though. We was on Facebook. They was just talking about it the other day. I said, man, y'all were dirty for that, man.
Now, like would catfish be like, you know, like you in the club and the lights are on, like you can't really see the person,
right?
And then you
right.
Yeah, that's a catfish,
right?
Yeah, that's a catfish.
I didn't have one of those. You know.
My God, here we go.
Yeah. Hey, and not ill shower. Not ill shower when the lights come on.
This is in my, my college days, right?
College days, okay, yeah. College
days.
You
know, we was out, whatever.
College days now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We was, we was out, whatever, and partying. Yeah. Drinks involved, right? Drinks, right? Not this sort of, but drinks. And shading look right. You think you're talking to a dime, and it's a sub dime. You feel me? Like you like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Dime. Yeah, no, a sub dime.
Okay, a sub
dime. Shovel of the world.
No,
trust me.
But I'm so nice, right? You know what I mean? Like I talk. Okay, wow, I didn't know you looked this way. Okay, all right. All right. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we'll be in touch. I dap them up. Normally you get a nice young lady, dap them up. Okay, yeah, we good. All right. Oh my God.
I got an early morning meeting. I call you tomorrow. I got an early morning meeting.
I'll go give me a shot.
I got a Zoom meeting. And Zoom wasn't even out back then. I made it up. I'm like, I got a Zoom meeting.
Wait a minute, though, Los. Hey, Los, did she have a donk?
What? What?
What's that?
Oh man.
That's from Charlotte, right? That's all from Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
That's something they say in Charlotte, right?
Oh, hey, I say it. I'm in Charlotte.
Graham
right.
Street. He from Graham Street, y'all. Y'all got to remember.
Graham Street, man. You can catch me walking, man.
Yes, sir.
You can catch me walking, B.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
B. Hey, man. Epic, another epic barbershop talk. Hey, we got to go until we got a special guest, though. We got
Is
a
she Puerto
special
Rican?
guest. Very lovely.
Oh,
young
yeah.
lady. She's a speaker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
She's an actress. Producer. She's a life and business coach. A mother. College grad. Man, I can keep going down the list. And I know we on time, so I'm gonna bring her in, Miss Taundra Noel. Oh yeah.
All right.
What's going on? Welcome to the hustle.
Hello, thank you. How are you guys?
All right,
Chilling.
all right.
We chilling.
So hey,
Good.
we about to jump right into it. Just give a little history about you and where you from and some of your background.
Okay, cool. So I am Taundra Noel. I am from Baltimore, Maryland. And I currently reside in San Antonio, Texas. And a little bit about me and what I do. So, as you mentioned, I am a speaker and coach, and that is my purpose. So, definitely helping people to find out what their purpose is and just ignite their purpose within them, helping them to tap into what it is, launch their businesses, their projects, all of that great stuff. Just find out, what are you here for? Why am I here? All of that great stuff. And then I have my passion side. So that covers my purpose, my coaching, my speaking, motivation, all that stuff. That's my purpose. And then my passion is entertainment. I grew up singing, dancing. I didn't grow up acting, but acting kind of, one of my old managers kind of threw me into it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So that became a part of my life. And then, of course, people just asking me, how do you do what you do? I want to do that. Can you show me? And so then I started coaching in those arenas. So just doing artist development and a little bit of management and things like that. So in a nutshell, that's a little bit about me.
So who is your biggest role models?
My biggest role models are anybody who is going after their dreams wholeheartedly and showing the process of how to do it. Anybody who's not only pursuing it, but kind of leaving the blueprint, because success is not a secret, it's a system. So anybody that's pursuing it, but then also leaving kind of like that trailway to show others how to do it is someone that I look up to, that I follow, because that's what I try to do. So for example, some people who are like some of the most hardest working people in the industry, of course, is Beyonce all day. Whether you like her singing or not, whether you like her or not, her work ethic is unmatched.
We love her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because some people don't. You say that name and they like,
Yeah, no, I love her.
And then another one is J-Lo. To me, she's so underrated. Like her work ethic, from the Fly Girl days as a dancer to the acting to the, you know what I mean? Like her work ethic is just crazy. And then other people like E.T., the hip hop preacher. I love him. He keeps me motivated and checks me sometimes. We all need that good check put in your place sometimes when you want to give up or slack off or procrastinate or whatever. I turn on some E.T. and then be like, nah, you need to get it together. You got some stuff you got to get done.
Oh yeah, but we definitely love the Beyoncés and
J-Lo. We love her since she was a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I know K Mills like J-Lo. He loves J-Lo, so I know he has no issue with J-Lo.
Yeah, well, good. That means I'm in the right place.
Yeah. So we was talking about prison reform tonight. So what are your thoughts on prison reform?
Yes. So prison reform is something that is near and dear to my heart. As you know, Anthony, us going to college together, that was the place where I really started pursuing entertainment professionally. It just kind of happened. I actually auditioned for American Idol. I went back home. I didn't do it. They had one in High Point, the one that Fantasia went to, and I didn't do that one. I actually, I didn't have the courage. I was scared, so I didn't do that one. And I went back home and caught the last city in DC, and I auditioned for American Idol, right? But it was the last city. So, they had already taken the people they were going to take, and they were only taking people for like the bloopers show. So I came out and I thought I was being interviewed to be on the news, and they asked me to sing. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get to sing on the news. And a couple days later, I got a call that it was an A&R, that they had 40 girls sing, and I was chosen. And that's how I linked with my manager at the time. And he taught me so much. I mean, at the time, I was still kind of like scared to sing in front of people, that kind of stuff. And he taught me so much about the industry and really pushed me even into acting, into everything that I'm doing today. Fast forward to a couple years later, some things happened. It was a really bad setup. The stuff that happened, even with the police, it was wrongdoing. But when it comes to trying to prove that and looking at the laws and stuff that are flawed, and that, I mean, it's such a hard thing. I mean, we've been fighting and fighting. Long story short, he's serving like a 33-year sentence now.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, like, I remember feeling like, man, what am I going to do? Because this was somebody who really pushed me into this, who has been in my corner, kind of like my protector as a young female in the industry, because that was crazy, going to different places and seeing the different things, having people come at me different kind of ways, and having, Big Brother like, hold up. So prison reform is definitely near and dear to my heart. And in any way, actually my manager writing to me and telling me things that I can do, he's connected me with some people, to try to get some things going. So any way that I can help and try to push that forward, I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah. King Los, you have any questions for Miss Taundra?
Yeah, just kind of piggyback off the subject of prison reform. So what's your position on, just crime in general? I mean, I know we all kind of like run to our corners and have an opinion about prison reform, but there's the flip side of that. What message would you give to the audience with regards to the other side of that?
Yeah. So for me, because of what I do, especially in coaching, when it comes to crime, it's like, okay, I get it. There are some people, but for me, it's always the bigger picture. I'm one of those people where I feel like, okay, yes, this was done, but why was it done? What's going on? What can be done to reach that person, as opposed to just, okay, they're done. They're either in jail for life or in jail for long sentences, whether it's something petty or something that was serious, maybe, but people can have breakthroughs. I experience it all the time. So for me, having something in place where, now, if there's people, if they're not willing, there's nothing that can be done. You know what I mean? And that's just different. But for those who are willing, who are showing that they're going to put in the work, that they're going to, I just believe in that. I believe in that. So I'm not a believer in just, okay, you did something, you're done. There are no second chances there. I don't believe that.
So, I'm going to challenge you, Tanya.
Okay.
All right. So, pedophile. Do we give a second chance to a teacher that was convicted of raping or having an inappropriate relationship with a student? Do we give them the second chance to teach again and be around kids?
Male or female?
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you said that. And my response is, do you know that person's story? Do you know what, either as a child or teenage years, whether, they were abused by someone, the closest person to them in their family, or just whatever the experience may be? Do you know that person's story? Do you know their life? What happened? What kind of triggered that for them made this okay? Because to them, it may not be oh, I just woke up and I'm gonna go, commit a crime today. It may not be that. It really could be, and I think about, of course, R. Kelly's story. We all watched that. And, as you go back, and I believe I feel like he was really trying to protect certain family members, and some of them, he was trying to come out. But even the stuff that he had gone through, like something normalized that for that man. Is it normal? Absolutely not. It's not okay. But something in his mind makes it like, what's the big deal? What's the problem? And then being surrounded by people because of his fame and everything that never challenged him to say, listen, bro, we love you, but this is not right. Let's see what's going on with you so we can kind of change some things. Nobody did that. I can't say that nobody did that. It seems as if nobody did. But for that teacher, again, my position is, before we just throw everything away, I do believe in going through the process of, okay, what is going on here? Why is it going on? How can it be healed, fixed, etc.? And are you willing to put in the work to do XYZ? I'm not saying it should just be wiped clean as if nothing happened. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying, because it's been plenty of people that have success stories that went through XYZ, that committed murder, that committed, blah, 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 and they put in the work, breakthroughs, healing, all of that stuff took place. So for the ones who are willing, I do believe they should have an opportunity to do so. For the ones who are just not willing, not cooperating, it is what it is. This is me all day. I'm not changing. No, then it is what it is. The consequences are there for a reason.
Mm-hmm. All right, K Mills, what's the bonus question? I know you got a bonus question.
All right, bonus question.
At you I've been seeing what you've been up to.
So in a relationship, if somebody cheat, how do you feel about? You think they can rebuild a relationship? How do you feel about that?
If someone cheats, can they rebuild? They can. Again, it's the same concept. The reason for cheating, I think, is kind of key too. If it's, well, I cheated because something was missing, or you weren't giving me XYZ, and I came to you and you just refused, and I tried over and over. So because you didn't, I went and did XYZ. But that ain't what I want. I don't want to be there. I would rather get it from you. What can I do to fix it? How can we improve this? There are situations like that. Then there are situations where somebody is cheating because it's just not where they want to be. They're not happy. They're not ready for the relationship. I thought it was what I wanted, but you know what? It's not. I don't want to be here. I'd rather be there. So I'm out. Right. So it just depends on what's going on, what the reason is, but it's a possibility. Everything's possible.
Now, also, I ask every guest, how has COVID affected you in your business and everything that you got going on?
Man, such a great question. So COVID for me put me into a phase of the hustle that is the most overlooked. And that is the phase where you are at pretty much a standstill. It seems like nothing is happening on the surface. And I emphasize on the surface because those tangible things and the material things that we're used to within our business may not be happening. However, I have had the past couple of months to really just kind of sit back. And at first it was like I had to, and then it was I chose to. I came off of social media and all of that stuff. And I took the time to just kind of get quiet, to refocus, to recalibrate, to look at the reason, certain projects that I'm doing, why am I doing them? Are they serving me? The people that I'm attached to, why am I attached to them? Are they serving me? Am I serving them? Are these good connections? Do I need to disconnect in some areas, whether with people, projects, whatever? I mean, COVID really put me in that standstill to be able to do the mind work, the mental work, shift where I need to, position myself to accelerate so that when I come back, as I come back, because this is kind of, that for me, I haven't posted since doing this. So your show is the first thing that I've done in the past couple of months. And
we appreciate it.
Yes, I'm grateful. I'm glad y'all have me on. So it's just been that unbranding to rebrand. And I really want everyone to understand the importance of it and how much it really can accelerate your business. Because a lot of times people give up in that. COVID has forced businesses to close, to shut down. It has caused people to give up on a lot of things. But then there's also, another group of people that have taken it and said, you know what? I'm going to take this time. I'm going to sit back as needed. And then when it's time, I'm going to have everything in place to really just accelerate and launch. And that was one of the things that I chose to do. So relaunching is loading.
So what are some of the things that you got planned for the future? Like something, I guess, give a couple, give listeners a little bit about some of the future plans for Miss Taundra Noel.
Absolutely. So as far as acting, I've been doing a lot of voiceovers lately, of course, because of, COVID, the opportunities for that just skyrocketed and I chose to jump on it. So been doing a lot of voiceovers for commercials and things like that. One thing that people don't know about me that is one of my biggest goals is I want to do cartoon voiceovers. I like.
Oh yeah, you'd be good. Yeah, you definitely would be good. Yeah, you definitely.
Listen, Cree Summers, like that's my boo. Like I really want. So that's one of my goals. But anyway, so I'm also producing now. So producing a lot of projects, a lot of music videos. Have some videos that I've done recently with some artists that are going to be releasing, as well as my own. I've taken some time off from music, but jumping back into that. So I'm actually going to be in the studio tomorrow and recording a video for that. That's going to be releasing, producing a web series, got that going on. And then I have a Purpose Creations is a business that I have that has, like jewelry and soaps and candles, everything natural, naturally made, natural resources and all of that stuff. So that's launching, excited about that. So I've just been working during COVID, silently, quietly working. And first of the year, everything is about to be like boom, 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 boom.
All up stable.
Right, we're going to see your most rewarding, I guess, audition role. And what was one of your most challenging?
Oh, you know what? So one of my most challenging was, I believe it was domestic violence awareness. Okay. Yes, baby. That's Zane in the background.
Zane trying to get in on
Zane is trying to interview. Hey, baby. So it was domestic violence awareness, and I had to do monologues. So I had to do a monologue of a teenage child who had witnessed their parents arguing and fighting. It got violent. And in the midst of, I believe, I'm trying to remember, it was a couple years ago, I believe the father was about to kill the mother. So in order to stop that, the child, I killed my father.
Ooh.
And so I had to give this monologue in front of, it was in front of Fort Hood. I don't know, which battalion or whatever, but it was just a stadium, full of people. And it was just going into that place, because that's what acting is. A lot of people think of acting and they're like, oh, it's pretend, but it isn't pretend. If you're pretending, that's usually when you can tell somebody's acting and it's like, oh, that's bad acting. Right. Acting is actually telling the truth. So I had to take that on as if that were my story and what I would do and how I would say certain things or express those emotions. So just taking that on. And by the time it was done, I mean, I had mascara just dripping down my face and just the crying and the breathing where you almost can't get it out. And then after I'm done and the whole place is silent and it's like you snap back into it like, oh, So it was, that was both challenging and rewarding. because of the cause, because of the message. And it was one of those things that everybody could feel. So helping to, get that message out, that's another reason why I love acting. It evokes emotion. True. Whether at the end of the day, somebody's looking at me and they want to go home and fix something in their marriage, or they want to go home and hug their kids, or they just want to laugh, or, you know what I mean? So it's just one of the things that I love about acting.
Sweet. Awesome. So, thank you.
Miss Taundra, it was a pleasure having you on the show. And just give your handles and your shout outs, let people know where they can follow you at, and some, shout out your team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you can connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, all of the normal platforms. My handle is Taundra_Noel, or just Taundra Noel, either one. All of them are either one. Taundra Noel, put that in, it'll pop up. My website is www.taundranoel.com. And shouting out my team, my small but powerful, very powerful team, Jessica Simon Green, who is also a childhood best friend of mine, also a project manager for me. She holds it down on the administrative side so that I can focus on the creative. Shout out to her. Daniel Doughboy, my videographer, he's amazing, working on some awesome stuff with him. And then Bank is another person who holds me down creatively. So shout out to my team. And then also just want to put this out there for anybody who's listening and you can relate to being in the phase of the hustle that has you at a standstill and seems like nothing is happening on the surface. Empathize on the surface, because things are still happening and you're not sure what to do, what you should be focused on, or how to do certain work for when it's time to come out of that phase. And you want some just some kind of tips, things to help you move and pivot through that phase. You can definitely inbox me, and I have something, I do charge for my coaching, but this is free. This is for all the listeners because of COVID. And it's something that I experienced. So for free, just this, right now, you can inbox me and I will send you, just some things to help you pivot in your business and help you push through so that you can, relaunch when you need to, when you're ready.
Sweet. All right. Well, like I said, it was a pleasure having you, and thanks for coming to the hustle. Good night.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed you guys.
Thank you.
Enjoyed you too. When the documentary come out about our life story, I might need you to play my baby mother.
Okay, I got
you. All right.
Good night.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Salute. Well, K Mills, King Los, another great show. Episode number 10 is in the books. I want to give a shout out to AC Brown Collection. 50th episode. It just came on at 7:00, a little ahead of us. But once again, shout out to AC Brown brand, and King Los, K Mills, my co-host, and Taundra for coming in, telling her story, giving some advice, and it was good. I mean, you want to follow me at Capton ENT on IG. That's CAPTONENT IG. And Anthony 33 Little on IG, and just Anthony Little on Facebook. K Mills, give you shout outs to your handles.
Yeah, I guess King Los just went and do that Burger King commercial, so I'm gonna give a shout out to King Los.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ant-Man. A shout out to Doc.
The Money Man, K Mills.
Yeah, you can hit me up. Find me on Facebook, Kenneth Robinson. Holla at your boy.
Yes, sir. So hey, once again, this is the Hustle Within, WSME Enlightenment Radio, the Hustle Within, and make sure you follow our sponsors, Forever Young. www Forever Young Beauties and Cosmetics. Ladies, go out, go Christmas shopping. Guys, go get your girl something for Christmas on the website, and make sure you use that code Christmas, the Christmas code. Hey, it's Christmas time. Y'all have a great night. And once again, this is the Hustle. Good night.
Holla at me, man.
Yes, sir.